Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. It is me, Just Be Audrey Elaine. Thank you so much for subscribing to Just Be Audrey Elaine. I think it's over here. Yeah, I think it's over here. So I wanted to come on and do my journal today, and I got um, a really great topic, subject, and it was like when it hit, I was like, wow, God, look at you. Look at how you do things. So I'm going to start off with the date. And especially because when it hit me, I was like, let me mark this spot, this date right here. Because being fed something was amazing. So today is July 26, 2021, a Monday. And Mondays are really good because I'm off of work and I feel for myself. Mondays are normally a day for me of you got to get things done. This is like your one day off business day because I'm off Sunday, Monday, but Sunday, I touching God's house is a must for me. Being in there is a must. When I was away, it was, difficult, but not because we have live, so I can go on live to watch it. But Mondays are working Mondays. The Mondays of, you know, this is what has to be done. You get it done, you do it. And in the midst of me in my ride, today I just was hit back and back and back and back with great customer service. Wonderful. I laugh and I chuckle at it because it's like, man, God, you always seem to give the best service. You know, always give the best service, and you can just tell when people have a light, the light of God shining out of them, because it's just like I was explaining what yesterday. It's a scent. It's a whole thing that just comes up out of them, and you just know it has to be truly God. And him and I started talking, and he's my Uber driver, and I said, "Well, dang, I'm getting back to back like great customer service today," and I'm laughing, and I'm more so laughing, not really thinking that he's paying me any attention because he's looking ahead, and then he stops and he turns, and he says to me, "Oh yeah," like basically that's good. Well, thank you, because he asked me a list of things. What climate do you want it on? What do you want any water? Do you want your window open? What radio station do you want to listen to? And I started laughing again because I'm like, wait, I'm laughing because you just gave good customer service from the point I got in, and then to go into all of this and ask me everything. It's like, wow, you must get, a lot of people who say that to you. And well, I didn't say that. I'm thinking it, but I said to him, "Wow, that's amazing. You give wonderful customer service. Big ups to you." And I was like, God just has been blessing me with just great service today. I can't even say it. And he says to me, I said, "Things to come, things to come." And I wrote it down here, things to come. And as soon as I said it, it was like he said to me, there's always something in store. And him and I just like, man, I was like, God, you have a way of showing up and bringing your word out through so many different channels for us to capture it. And that just touched me. So today's topic, I already know, is going to be things to come. There's always something in store. There's always something in store. And what really made me go to it is because I have been faced with some decisions, good ones, and some, I wouldn't say bad ones, but some things that I have to really do. I have to make decisions. And let me tell you how this growing up for me is a big thing. I really truly give God all his praise in it because this woman right here is growing. So I have to decide whether or not I want to take which form of employment, whether I want to go back into case management. To be honest with you, I don't even think twice about that. I don't want to have to do that, at least not for the organization that wants it. I want to stay in a place, and it's not because it's difficult. I don't think it's difficult. I just don't want to turn into something that I'm not. And when I worked there before, it just became like hurry up and click, move on to the next, hurry up and click, let me just stamp this, let me hurry up and put this case note in, let me hurry up and do this. And there is where you have to do, for me, I like to learn individuals. You have this organization in common that everyone is here. However, you are your own personal individual. Your family is an individual family. You're not like everyone else. You may have some things in common, however, you're not alike. And with this organization that I will go back into, it's more so like, let's hurry up and get them out. Hurry up and get them out. And I just don't want that for myself. I don't want to shortchange and box everybody in as one whole. That's not how it goes. At least not for me. Then another organization I definitely want to go in because it's putting families into homes. And actually, home ownership is my company that I work for now. So I actually want to be a part of that process. I actually want to let people know you can be a homeowner. Forget the circumstances of you growing up and your parents never owning a home, or your grandparents, aunts, uncles. That's them. That's not you. You can break the cycle. You can go on. You can be a homeowner. You can pass this on to your children. Your children can be homeowners. And with home ownership comes a great thinking and a process that people may not understand. It actually sets you up to want more and go out and achieve more. So going into this side for me will be amazing. I got some news on what more of the process has to take for it. And I had to literally say, don't let that get to you. So what, you probably have not touched an actual computer, using your phone and everything, but you'll do it. This is the time where you can brush up on stuff. You have a couple days to brush up. Be honest and open with them. I'm a person that is willing to learn. And I am willing to actually, I actually volunteered at my job before I got hired for about over a year or so. In my other job, I volunteered before I got hired. And I learned a lot within that process. So I can actually do that. However, I'm not going to lower my stuff down for that. I'm already committed to the fact that I have this job. I have this career move for me, this shift, this change and everything. So it's time for you to get all your stuff together, put on your crown, and go out there. And I say all of that to encourage you and to encourage someone that, don't frail down, don't buckle down. Go forward. Because remember, yesterday it was something of magnitude of the launch. He's launching us, so there's no need for us to be scared. If he's launching us, first of all, himself, God, him. His hands is on us. If he is on us, then what do we have to be afraid of? There's no need for us to be scared. No need for us to actually be like, oh, I can't do this. You can. You will. You shall. And as long as you know you're doing it because he is making the moves, he has already mapped everything out, he is the one, then don't shortchange yourself. First of all, don't even put yourself in the process other than the fact that when he tells you to move, you have to move, you have to go, you have to trust, you have to believe, you have to go forth. That's the only thing we have to do. I sat there today and had a great talk with someone about just like trust and faith. And I also talk to myself a lot about it because this Audrey Lane right here at one point wasn't like this at all. I was not. And that's how I know there's more in store and more to come. And it was so funny that it was like things to come. There's always something in store. Things you don't even know about. Things you don't even focus on. Things that you probably overlooked. Things that you didn't even pay any attention to. God is working on and working in you. And you don't even know it. You know, I was talking and said to, you know, not to the doctor, basically like how you have to be brave because I had an appointment today to discuss like my health issues with multiple sclerosis, and I thank God that I have not had any flare-ups, and I actually been doing a lot. You know, I do not take it for granted. I do not take it for granted that, you know, I'm able to do a lot of things that others with multiple sclerosis may not be able to do. And it came to me, the home of the brave, just now. The home of the brave. My home, and the home that I'm talking about is my heavenly home. So if God sits up there on the throne and he's telling me go ahead and be brave, that's where the home of the brave comes in for me. And it's so weird because I was telling you guys a while ago how I kept hearing the thing for the baseball games for home run. See how God just tied things together. See how he networks and bring things about face without you even knowing. It'll come to you and it come to you and then it'll click. And you're like, wow, God, look how you actually just put everything together for us to get it. So I'm at peace with my employment and where it's going to go. I'm going to show up. I tell you, I do have God confidence that I have it. I do. I'm not even going to backslide anything down that if I don't, it can be. No, God has me. I have to trust him in this process and won't backslide on it. I have to trust the process because it's growing me. You know, me showing up now and us showing up now for things that have to be done. You should say, God, thank you. I appreciate it. Him giving us structure, him giving us love, him giving us himself. You know, man, I often say, man, all I have to do is do this, and you are going to fix this, you are going to mend this, you are going to give me this, you are going to see fit and give me all the things I need going into this to make sure I can carry this out for you. It's amazing. I literally wanted to just keep on repeating this. That's why I wrote it down, because I did not want to lose sight and track of this. Things to come. There is always something in store. There is always something in store. And how about this? I'm not going to sit here and try to figure it out. I feel like that's not my job. He would tell me when. He would tell me what. He would tell me where to go. He would tell me even how to act. I was saying, like, I want to learn how to communicate more within you. Where am I in need of improvement? Where can I be doing better? Because I cannot and will not stay at where I believe is a comfortable thing for me now, of saying, God, I'm showing up. I told you today I was being honest. And it's like, okay, God, you need me to worship you more, because I was getting comfortable a little bit, being uncomfortable with the fact that it's like, okay, I'm praising you. I'm glorifying you. I make sure I speak of you all the time. I make sure that I wake up with you, go to sleep with you. But it never crossed my mind that I wasn't giving him the one thing he really needed from me. And that was my worship to him. Like, when are you going to worship me? When, because I do know that praise and worship, they can go hand in hand. But it never crossed my mind, really, that I can sit down and actually give him full attention and worship, that he is the one that he knows is genuinely coming from me. I thought I was doing it, but it wasn't. So I said to him, I want to be more than a sayer. I want to be a doer. Teach me how to do. Teach me how to do, God. Because I don't want to be a sayer. I love that I speak now. I do. Don't get me wrong. That's a big thing. That's a big thing for me, that I speak up and out. But it has to be more than that. So I am going to turn, because I want to clarify one thing. A lot of it is because what is in store for me, I don't need to know, God. But if you're asking me and telling me to worship, I was feeling like I was doing it. But he, for me, wanted me to break it down. So this is why I am reading it. To regard with great extravagant respect, honor, and devotion. Now, I will say, I respect him. I know it has to be something else. Because I respect you, God. So then it came to honor you. God, I want to say I honor you. I make sure you're all up in the mix. I make sure I thank you. I make sure I say I adore you. I make sure I give you me. So what is it? And then we get to devotion. And that's where I was like, okay now. All right. And devotion is actually something where you need to be devoting more of yourself to him. Because he's here in me. He's here with me. But what good is that if I'm not there with him? If I'm not actually truly giving myself to him? Truly making sure I'm giving him of my time for me to actually learn what it is and learn him. And what I say by learning him for me, because I how he is for me and how he and I connect will be totally different how you and him connect. So I have to devote more of me to him. He needs devotion. He needs trueness. He needs me to be fully fledged open and not just say I'm open. Really let him go into cracks that I think that I want to hide. I can't hide nothing from him. So I'm like, I fully surrendered to you. I told you you can have me. But I do feel like at some point I was doing like, you know, that part of me you may not be able to kind of get down, because I can kind of be like that. It's not bad. You know, I can kind of think a little bit like that. That's not, you know, bad to be like, okay, God, you say you're going to change me, and I want you to change me, but don't change some of my reactions to stuff, because I don't want to come off weak to people. I don't want to come off where if I don't say anything back, that it may make me feel like this person got me, or this person is saying something that I wouldn't normally allow. That's where I absolutely have to let him have every part of me. And it's not my job to understand what he's going to do with it, because he will eventually show me. He will eventually tell me. But I got to fully, and we have to fully surrender and submit. And it was like, wow, I keep saying it, God, but thank you for letting me know. Because in worship comes quality time with him. That's come when I'm truly giving myself to him. Truly giving myself to the point where I found out worship is when you can't even control something and don't even know it. I would say I've had it before, because I was doing something that I really kind of wanted to stop in my head and try to stop, and I just could not, because my heart was telling my head something. And that's where I thank God that he really has my heart and got my heart under control, because it started right there with my heart. And I feel like for me, if my heart is in full connection, then it works on my head. Because our mind will play tricks on us. Our mind will have us thinking where it gives us entitlement issues. I'm entitled to say what I want to say. I'm entitled to feel the way that I feel. The mind can play some tricks on you, and it's dangerous. So fully when we say, God, I surrender, please take my mind and you take control of it. Because the mind will have us thinking that we good. It will play some tricks on us that you don't need to do that. You don't fully want to do that. How about you surrender about 90%? He's good with 90%. No, he's not. So I have to, and this is where I say, instructions for me, Lord. I need full instructions on how to devote more of me to you. And I don't feel upset or ashamed by saying it. I'm being honest with him. And me admitting it out my mouth is the first step, because my mouth holds so much power that I have to tell him, I need your help. I need your help in this area, because I no longer want to feel as though I'm doing my best. I want to do my best. I want to do the best for you. I want to do and be who you see me to be in you, God. I want you to show me how to put more devotion in you. Is it more than just the time? Is it more than just the intimacy of you and I connecting? What is it, God? Please show me. And please give me what you need me to do. Because I want him to literally take control of me and help me learn in the process of it, so that he say, okay, nope, not like this. It's like learning how to walk, and he's teaching me all of that, and teaching me and holding my hand with it, okay. And then after a while, after getting off of the him holding my hand, I want him to fully say, okay, now you have it, child, now let me see you do it. So that's what we have to do. I know for me, I don't want to turn back. I don't want to back down. I don't want to be on a place of feeling like, you know what, this is too much for me, God. I want more. I deserve more. So I got to do more. I cannot ask him for the things that I want and then don't want to do the things he needs me to do. And don't do the things that he's like, I require you to do, because I know it's in you. I put it there. Stop worrying about what you see yourself to do and go about doing what I know. And why I say worry is because we put worry in our heads when God ain't worried about a thing. He already know we can do it. So I asked him too, you please show me myself and show me what I can do. Give me just a glimpse. Because if I could see just a glimpse of what you need me to do and how to do it, I can catch on by that. I can keep on repeating that pattern over and over and over. So give me a glimpse. You come up and asking him. You come into my head. I don't no longer want to do a daydream where I am putting the things in my head and putting them in where it's like, God, it's you. No, God, I want you yourself to come in without me even knowing. You give me a dream. You give me you within it where I know it's not Audrey Lane. It's truly you. You give me a glimpse of what it is and give me all the instructions you need me to do. Because I am here. I'm available. You do it. I am so grateful for what he is doing. And I love the fact that I can keep coming to him and asking him stuff that I know is a genuine thing I need from him. God, help me with making sure I'm coming correct to you. There's more to come. I'll keep looking at it. It's just more to come. There's things to come. Show me, God, what you require of me. Help me, because I need it. You remember in school where they actually had, the dotted ABC thing so it can teach you how to actually write. And then it actually went so you can learn cursive. I mention that because, like, my younger son, he doesn't know how to sign a signature because they took cursive out of the schools. They no longer think it's important for the curriculum. And I bring that up because it's like, God, you show me exactly what it is you need me to do, because I know this is something you require for your curriculum. I need this. This helps me grow. This helps me do it. And one thing I loved about that in school for me is it taught you a basic way of how to do it, and then you were able to master it on your own. For years, I struggled with, you know, always doing a signature. And now I have best signature ever. You know why I say it for me? Because it's a true, genuine one where I know it was crafted after years and years of actually learning it. And that's what let me know we have to keep working on things, because it's not going to be something we can master. Some things right away, some things we're going to get right away. And don't compare yourself to someone else, because where someone else may have a strength and you have a weakness, it can be reversed. Where in something you do, you have a strength and they have a weakness. That's exactly why we cannot get caught up on what someone else has, because truly, like it is, what God has for them is for them. And that's a lot of the times why sometimes God have us be by ourselves, so we can work on ourselves, so then when we are out there with others, we know our full confidence, strength, and what it is we bring to the table. We don't have to start comparing. Don't compare, because I tell you, it will mess with your mind, and you don't have time to waste. You don't have where you can actually bring that distraction in and then lose focus on what you're supposed to be doing. You can't afford it. I am so in love with who I am. Just this part. And where he is taking me, I don't know. But I love strength that he has been telling me, girl, you're stronger than what you think. I was talking about when I asked God to reveal me to me. One of the very first things he said to me was that I was strong. And I'm going with that. Now, how about after he told me I was strong, he broke me. And I cried, because that brokenness was something really needed for me to actually fully trust him. So it's okay to cry for yourself. And I say this for me, through that brokenness. Because just where he broke me, I now see I needed to trust him in the process. I needed to rely on him. I needed to be broken because, one, I was already damaged. I was damaged. And I was just trying to fix and mend things. When God was like, instead of you trying to fix the crack and trying to seal up something, it's like a drinking straw. Trying to make sure you can kind of take some stuff, and not like a plastic one. Let's do like one of them ones they give you for the big Slurpees or something, the plastic hard one. Trying to fix it with some tape. Trying to make sure, oh, I hold it at this angle, I can still drink out of it. God was like, no, I'm literally going to shatter you. I'm going to break you. And literally, I was shattered pieces. And to be broken like that, you tell me how I didn't, like, okay, God, I gotta trust you. I gotta fully give you my trust, because for this breaking, this shattering, this crumbling, this shaking all around, twisting, turning, crushing was something. And I want to say, I know for sure he did it for my good. Because I don't know how much longer I could have went where it was where I wanted to fix and mend myself and have someone else kind of tell me what I should do, you know, and go off of that, when it was like God said, if you fully put your trust in me and give me you, I promise you I will have you. And I know fully how much I have to give my trust to him, because I look back and I'm like, God, you have carried me through some seen and unseen nastiness, unseen craziness, seen stuff that I just didn't really want to take on, because it was like, okay, I can fix it. So be okay with the shattering. Be okay with the crumbling. Be okay with it, because I tell you, coming out finer than gold, that fire, that burning, that stuff that you can't even explain, is building you for something. And be okay. Like it's something. It's something. It's something. It's something. And I say this something because I don't need to know what it is. But I know I'm not devalued and feeling like I'm nothing. Don't feel like you're nothing. Go through all of this. People look at me weird now. And I have to be okay with it. Oh, you're holier than thou. I still don't even get that. I still don't even get that. But how about this? Don't worry about that. Don't focus on that. That's a distraction for you. Like, okay, maybe I can pipe God down. You know, I don't need to do that. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to be where you a circle, trying to fit yourself into a triangle. No. Or a triangle, trying to fit into a circle. Any shape you want to pick. Don't. You're not with everyone else. You are an individual. God knows exactly who you are. So stop trying to fix and mend with people who are not where you are. There's a reason why God has us on different levels and have us all different. Because he has us with him in mind, and he's going to pair us with the right kind of people. I noticed when I was out doing the crazy stuff, it was easy to call anybody up and go to anybody's house to do the crazy. Now that I am fully in the space of God, I don't know what to do today. God, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm going to do your will. God, help me to carry it out. You give me what to do today. Nobody hangs with me. And I have to be so comfortable with that. And I'm not saying that it will always be like this. It won't always be like this. But first of all, you want to hang with people who are your sharpeners. And more importantly, for you to be able to sharpen them. I don't want to be with something that I know so well, but I be like, oh, I can handle it different this way, and it won't lead to destruction. Yes, it will. When you want to take over your life, all we know how to do it, and I know, and I speak to myself if you may feel like this is not you. I know how to lead myself to destruction. So what I'm going to do is go and follow suit with God, because I know this, he ain't never failed me, and he has me. So I'm going to trust the unseen before I trust the seen, because if I keep going off of the scene, I know where the scene is going to lead me. I just want to trick myself that's saying that it won't. It will. It may not happen right away, but it's doomed. It's definitely doomed. And that's why I say, you come too far to look back, to go back, to do what you did. Don't Don't go back into the comfortable thing and then be feeling like, oh, I got it this time. Did you have it the last couple of times? Because you did it more than once. Nobody just did one thing one time. You try to say because you approached it or you renamed it. We all know how like multiple choice go. You know, they reword the question. Stop. Go with the unseen with God, because I'm telling you, how is it that I don't know what He's doing in me, but I feel so secure in the safety net, and I feel that I have trust, not only in Him, but in myself, that I can carry things through, because He's actually sharpening me up for everything He's equipping me with. He's actually saying, girl, you got it. I'm giving this to you. Go forth. It's like He said, now go out and be fruitful, multiply. And that's more than what people may think about having children and everything, or bringing in finances and stuff like that. Multiplying for me is multiplying just myself of His Spirit dwelling deep in me, for me to connect. Oh, you are strong. Oh, you are courageous. Oh, you smart. You are love. Oh, you know how to love back. Oh, you know how to listen. That's multiplying. That's multiplying me. That's multiplying things in me that I damned down for years. And actually, it's like, God, okay, you get into every part of me. I want Him so much into me that my toenails bleed out Him. We have so much in us. I know I'm destined for life with Him, because I already seen the other side. I told you, I seen it. I don't want to be in hell. First of all, as much as I thought I liked to talk then, it was just having a nasty, crazy mouth and an attitude, and I can pop off and say some things. But I love my mouth now. I love what I can give out, how I encourage myself, how I just speak life into myself, how I love myself. This is what the mouth is used for. The power that God gives you to just speak life into yourself. We hold the power. We hold the power. So before we want to give people a piece of our minds, keep the peace in our mind. Because trust me, the mind will mess with you. So why not say, hey God, please, first thing I need you to work on is my mind, my heart. They like, you know, I'm glad He worked on my heart because it changed some things for me. It changed some things for me. And it was so weird, because in that breaking, my heart was something that He worked on. And it was weird, like, I had to sit and ask Him, because I haven't asked Him, out of all things, God, you broke me, you broke my heart, but you fixed it. And you are mending it every day. You are cleaning it and washing it up, and giving me a heart that was already in me. I wouldn't even say a heart transplant. Literally, He was just pumping out things. I had clogged arteries, I guess you would say it like that. I had vessels, blood vessels in me that was like, I ain't put that there. Let me clean it out. Let me get your heart pumping, and bleeding out me, breathing out me. I truly thank Him so much for the breaking, because I really thought that I was doing something, but then scared. I was doing the minimum, and I wouldn't even say the minimum requirements, because if He requires so much out of us, I wasn't even doing any requirements. I was doing what I thought was appropriate and okay. And now I know that's not how it goes. So God, equip me with the things you need me. Give me, and I'm saying this today, God, Monday, July 26th, 2021, 2021, 8:21 p.m. God, please come in my heart, in my head, in my dreams, and you give me a laid out A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z on how you need me to carry myself for you, how you need me to be for you, how you need me to worship and glorify you. And I wouldn't say, even though I feel like I glorify you and I praise you, you give me all of that. You tie it all together. You connect the dots of everything together. You give me the picture you want me to have. You, not me, you. You put it in me. And I'm not going to be selfish and say, I just want that for me. I'm going to ask him to do it for you too. I'm going to ask him to connect with you too. Remember, God is a miracle worker. So God, give us a miracle. Give us a miracle. Come to us in our dreams and tell us exactly what you need us to do. How you want us to see you individually in our own individual lives with you. How we need to connect with you. How we need to be for you. And let's make sure we make it genuine. Let's make sure we are actually embracing it. And be okay, because there's going to be some correction. But he doesn't correct without love. Man, I feel so different getting this up and out of me. Man, you talking about the launch and everything. I don't even know if he let me out and he sprung me forward. So even if I'm still in that saddle of being launched back, I will say this, I don't feel as entangled or tied down, and not tied down in a bad way. Actually, the pull back, I don't feel that. But I also don't feel that he skyrocketed me off. I don't have to worry about the feeling of anything. One thing I know is the fact that he is here to do it all. So he'll let me know. So I'm going to keep coming to him, and I'm going to say, God, I want to come to you the correct way, and you fix me up. If I'm coming wrong, you let me know, God. But I am asking you for you to give me more leading. And how about this? Thank you so much for instructions. Thank you so much for not getting frustrated with me. Thank you so much that it's like, okay, I can do that. And I feel like that. He says that I can do that. I'm coming to him bold. I'm letting him know, God, I need this. I need the ABCD of it all. I need the 1, 2, 3, 4 of it all. I need to connect the dots, all of that, the tracing, all of that. Because I am so ready. And it's so weird because I know I said about growing up. This is a growing up process for me. So I don't mind going back to go forward, because that's the launch. That's the launch. The pullback to get me to skyrocket off. So God, I'm going to thank you so much. Man, I love you. Thank you so much for your time and you being so patient with me and loving me and giving me more insight and giving me more instructions and giving so let me not say all just me, because I know this is my journal, but I thank you guys for coming along in the process of it. So I'm gonna ask them everything that I ask for myself, I ask for you too, to just be in who your God-given beautiful wonderful name is out there, that he do it for you. He do it for you, female or male. Female or male. I love you guys. I truly do. Make sure you love on yourself. Love on someone else. And more importantly, love on God. because He is truly loving you. I thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to Just Be Audrey Lane. Who are you? I know you know who you are. Put your name and everything in the comment and do your Just Be, your journal. Tag me in. I'll follow. I'll subscribe. I'll comment. I'll like. I'm really interested in knowing your beginning process and seeing your growth. I celebrate it. I'll be there. You guys have a great evening. I will be back on with you guys tomorrow. I am just, man, and I'm gonna just wait on God. Wait for Him to just come in and tell me exactly what He needs me to do. So God, I hope you up there right now in the midst of working everything together, and you come to me. I am expecting it and counting on it. Man, I thank you. Thank you guys. You guys have a great, wonderful evening. And have a wonderful day tomorrow. And I'll be back on tomorrow to love and share and just be Audrey Lane. Thank you guys. Have a good evening. Bye now.